Hello, greetings. This is Sieg once again for 21 Suggestions for Success. And here we are at suggestion number 13. Understand that happiness is not based on possessions, power, or prestige, but on relationships with people you love and respect. Well, this one led to a bit of a dialogue between my husband and I because he was saying, actually, I think happiness is based in part on, well, he said definitely with possessions, that if you have nothing, it's a little bit more difficult to be happy if you don't have a roof over your head and you're not out of the elements of the rain and the wind, etc. And if you don't have food, it's kind of hard to be happy. I guess there's an example or a reference to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where you got to meet the fundamental needs first, those core survival needs, and then it scales up all the way to at the top as Maslow had with the self-actualization. So I think there's legitimacy to that for what my husband was saying, that actually possessions are important. I think in this statement it's like the balance of possessions, and that it's not all in the the whole acquisition of toys and stuff. And in fact, I think that can lead to unhappiness. I am in a phase of my life where I'm trying to get rid of, I would love it if I could get rid of a half or possibly even 2/3 of my possessions. That's just the phase of my life that I'm in, probably indicative of my age, that actually I want less stuff. I want to be more, I want to be free of stuff. It's a choking feeling to me to have all those. But anyways, on to power and prestige. I think those who seek power, it's an interesting thing. Power over others. That's a whole nother topic, but does that lead to happiness? No, I don't believe so. I don't think that is a happy life, and we have plenty of those people, and there are certain positions that afford people to lord it over others and have power, especially if they're able to have by force, such as guns. And there's only certain positions in life that allow that level of power. And yes, I am alluding to government. That's when they can, enforce powers because they have point of gun. That's not the life I seek. Some are just hungry and lust for power over others. It's not my trip. And I don't think that leads to happiness. It may lead to a lot of acquisition, of financial, a lot of who knows what all. I see it more as evil. Prestige. I think this is relative. Men, on the whole, garner their self-esteem is much attached to the work that they do, where in times past it was always the man was the main breadwinner and the prestige was from their occupation. So I think that probably is linked, especially for men. I think increasingly, perhaps for women as well, because the role of women has greatly expanded. For myself, I do like that. I like prestige that comes as the result of my hard work, my efforts, my ability to serve people in the marketplace. I feel that is a legitimate form of prestige when it has been hard earned through the marketplace, through the natural economy, that my prestige would be garnered in that way, as having successfully served people through my business. I think that's a very honorable type of prestige to have. So to me, it's darned important because I am a business owner. Now, but the latter part of the sentence here, a statement, but on relationships with people you love and respect. I think this is a combination here. Of course, my happiness is tied into relationships with people, which brings me back to suggestion number 1 was marrying the right person. So I'm real happy in that regard. I have a family that we never had yelling and fighting in my married family. The boys I've raised, it's just, we didn't yell and fight. It's just not not a part of our family dynamics. We trained our boys to be to respect each other and all these rules of civility, and we just didn't have a family home filled with tension. Sure, we had, you know, stuff that would come up and discussions and maybe arguments to an extent, but never yelling. It just was not a part of my family, nor was it of the family that I came from. My parents, there was no yelling. Just didn't have it. And to me, that yelling kind of environment is really intimidating to me. But for some, that's all they know, and that's what works for them. So I feel like this one is it's more balanced, because that prestige, that's actually tied into how I've served people in my industry. I seek to be a leader that is loved and respected for what I do. So that's intrinsically tied in for me. So this one is kind of hard to dissect apart and say, yeah, that is over there and that is over here. I feel it's a little more melded together, that I exercise in all that I do. I want to have garnered respect. And I do want love to be a part of what I do in all aspects of everything I do, that I don't segment these things. It's all a part of everything I do. So that's my thoughts on that for suggestion number 13. And please do go ahead and comment below your thoughts on this suggestion. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.